Hello everybody from here in Dubai. So I'm currently just sitting in one of the guest rooms here at the Sheraton because every time I get an Uber home I meet at a hotel because it's more central. Anyway, the whole reason for this live is to tell you about what I thought about the new Annabelle and if I'd recommend it to people. So first of all, I'm going to start off with those who know me know that I have two fears, or three fears in fact, and that involves porcelain dolls, clowns, and sharks. Now, Annabelle, of course, is all about a porcelain haunted doll, which is never fun for me to have to experience because I really don't like them. And she's even creepier than she was in the first one in this movie. And then obviously with the previews, the commercials, we saw a lot of It, which is the remake of that book, that classic old movie by Stephen King. And it's not very nice when you're sort of prepping yourself to watch Annabelle and then you just see the trailer constantly a bit with clowns jumping out at you left, right and centre. So Annabelle Creation is the latest instalment to the sequel of Annabelle. So I absolutely loved the first one. That's why I was very excited to see what they do with the second one, because they did leave the first one open to extend the story. I'm glad they did. And if anything, the storyline for the second one is a lot better. It's about... So it starts off on like a road trip and there's like an ongoing incoming traffic and their car tyre has broken down. So obviously the dad, trying to be the hero, tries to, you know, replace the wheel, and something pops out of it, and unfortunately what pops out of it, the little girl actress in it goes to get it at the wrong time and obviously bumps into the car, so gets hit by it. So it's actually quite a scary scene. It's definitely something that you do expect because we've seen it in the trailer, so that's not a spoiler to you guys, but they make it look like it was just the doll that got hit, but it was actually the girl. So ever since the girl got hit, they wanted to see if they could reuse the Annabelle classic doll to kind of put her soul into, so that she would be alive, you know, in the house, even if she was haunted. Wasn't a good idea because Annabelle haunts everybody. You see this during the movie. It's very kid oriented. It's got a lot of disturbing kid scenes, so if you are a family mum or a family dad watching this, you will find it quite hard to watch in parts. It's quite graphic. There are scenes in it that really scared me. It kept me on the edge. There's this great scene where they create, so one of the girls, so basically after they lost their daughter, they actually turn their house into an orphanage where kids that haven't been adopted yet stay. And that's about the whole story really, the hauntings that happen in that house. And one of them gets taken because Annabelle preys on the people that are weak. And one of the girls that she preys on has a bad leg. We never really find out what happens to that leg, but they might open that up in the third one if they make it. And there's a seat, because she's limited to walking. This is the girl that's one of the people waiting for adoption. There's a seat that she sits on that takes her up and down the staircase, which is very, very creepy, if I say so myself. It's not something I like, and my worst fear in the whole movie, I'm glad they didn't, but my worst fear was when they had Annabelle and she came to life. I was really scared they were going to get her to sit on that seat and go down the stairs. Just my worst nightmare. So it's definitely worth seeing. It is very scary though. It's probably the scariest movie I've seen since the remake of Blair Witch. It's very gripping, great score, very haunted house, great cast. You see in the movie the mum of the daughter that they lost years and years ago gets attacked by Annabelle, the porcelain doll, and she reveals what that mask is beneath it. further in the movie, so I won't give anything away, but get ready for that because it's not something that you probably would like to see, but I'm glad they showed it. It ended in a good way, which I'm really glad of, because a lot of the horror movies I've seen recently have had the worst endings in the world. This one actually ended well, and they've left it open to make a third. I think they will, because this has been very successful since it released anyway. I would probably give it out of 5, probably about a 4, because there are, oops, sorry guys, because there are some silly parts in it. That's what lost the 5 mark for me, that are a bit too much and a bit stupid, but you get away with that in horrors like this. But yeah, it's the directors, the producers behind Conjuring, so it has the same sort of style, same sort of feel. But if you do see it, brace yourself. It's quite scary, but I hope you do enjoy it. Otherwise, this is my thoughts, and hopefully we see a maze that will come up that is based on Annabelle, because I think that will be amazing. Goodbye guys, and thanks for watching, and hello replay viewers. Hi Victor and hi Carl as well. Bye now.